I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Rachel, if you'd call the roll, please, for the record.
Dave Zera.
Here.
Randy Van Buren.
Here.
Ken Sullivan.
Here.
Dave Lindros.
Here.
And Tom Hill.
Here. Let the record show that the original board is here and intact. At this time, I'm going to turn over to our legal counsel. She's going to talk to the people out here about being sworn if you're going to testify this evening.
If any of you here come up and address the board, you will have to be sworn in that you're going to tell the truth. The reason being is that someone may appeal these matters, and anything that you say would be treated as testimony. So it's important that you be sworn in. I'd ask that you state your first and last name as well as the address you want to use, whether that's the property address or your home address, just an address including. Okay?
Okay, thank you. All right, Rachel, we're going to start with case 2025-0012 BZA. If you would read the application, please.
Applicant Marut Jeff and Brock Merritt, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, submitted a variance application for property located at 26 Branch Avenue. The request is for approval to construct an 896 square foot detached garage, which exceeds the maximum allowable total square footage for accessory structures on the property. Per section 14.02C4, the total ground coverage of all accessory buildings on a single parcel shall not exceed 875 square feet or 50% of the ground level living area of the principal structure, whichever is greater. Therefore, the request is denied.
Okay, I find no error in our zoning inspector requiring a variance for this. Close, so close. Is there someone here to speak in favor of the request, please? Yes, sir, if you'd come up and be sworn.
Can I be sworn in? Okay, sworn.
Yes. Can
You
you
can-
state your name?
My name is Jeffrey Paul Merritt, and I'm representing 26 Branch Avenue in Kingston Township, Ohio.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to this board?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and talk.
Okay, go ahead.
My name's Jeff Merritt. I'm actually here on behalf of my son, Brock Merritt, who's their elementary school teacher at Riverview in Paisley Township, and he couldn't be here because he coaches 8th grade football. So my son purchased us a house. If anybody knows about it on Branch Avenue, it was
That one right there.
you got it. It was the worst house on the street. When he purchased it a year ago. He's been working on it for a year. It was a detached block building on the property that was dilapidated that we tore down. It currently doesn't have a garage. That garage is no longer there. He currently doesn't have a garage, and we're proposing to put up a 28 by 32, square foot garage. We own my son. And we own the property next door to it. There's a vacant piece of property that we own, so there's no building on it or anything. We more than meet the back line. There's actually quite a bit of room, plus there's a wooded area to another home on wood that backs up to Woodworth. Obviously, we own the lot next door, and it meets more than meets the requirement on the other side. I know we're asking for 21 more square foot than what we're allowed it for. Truthfully, the reason being is if you build, everything comes in fours, so it's just much easier not for the labor and to waste 1 foot as opposed to make it 31. So we're asking to consider letting us grant a variance for 21 square feet.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else have anything to say about this in favor of? Anyone to speak in opposition to it? Any questions from the board? Would someone like to make a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the variance as requested in case 2025-0012.
Okay, motion has been made.
I'll second.
Rachel, if you'll call the roll, please.
Okay, Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Zera,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
Randy Van Buren,
Yes.
and Tom Hill.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
Now, when does you want to get started on that?
As soon as possible. We actually applied We came in probably, I don't know, give or take, maybe 60 days ago. We were here to apply for it, and we were just over. So then we were just waiting for it. So he's ready to go. He moved in. He moved in permanently about 2 weeks ago. So
Okay.
we actually have some trusses there and stuff. so-
Normally, this would not become official until the minutes from this meeting are approved at our next meeting, but
Yes,
we
sir.
we can overrule that. So if someone would like to make a motion,
I'd like to move that we journalize case 2025-0012-BZA.
I'll second.
okay, motion's been made and seconded to journalize this decision.
Okay, Randy Van Buren,
Yes.
Tom Hill,
Yes.
Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
and Dave Nzera.
Yes.
Okay, so you can tell him he can do what he needs to do to start the paperwork, and he's good to go.
Okay, one question, sir. So before we get a building permit, the zoning is gonna want something from you guys, I'm assuming?
The building department will? Yeah,
Yes.
they're just gonna need your page, so I'll work on that tomorrow and I'll give you a call.
Perfect, thank you very much for your time.
Okay, you bet.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Rachel, if you would now read case 2025-0013 BZA.
Applicant Cummings Scott submitted a variance application for property located at 138 Deerfield Drive. The request is for a proposed 548 square foot addition that does not conform to the zoning requirements in the R1 zoning district, which includes the subject property. As proposed, the addition would be in violation of section 14.03A1 due to the proposed right setback being 5 feet. The required minimum setback in the R1 zoning district is 10 feet. A permit is therefore denied.
Okay, again, I find no error in our zoning inspector requiring a variance for this. Is there someone to speak in favor of the request? Yes, sir, if you'd come be sworn. State your name and your address.
Scott Cummings, 138 Deerfield Drive.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to this board?
Yes.
Go ahead.
We would just like to add on to our garage. We have a one-car garage right now. House was built in 1960. If you look at the property immediately below us, that used to be a residence of one of the partners of Newsom Construction Remodeling, and theirs is already within 5 feet of their line too. But I submitted things from my neighbors that say it's okay. I mean, Deerfield is a quiet street, cul-de-sac. We just need a little more room. I've lived there 30 years. We just want to extend our garage over one and then back a little bit. But unfortunately, that'll come within.
Similar to the one down the street from you, is that correct?
That one is the one. The brown house is the one it was. Yes. So if you look, you can see our garage won't be as big as his because he was a builder. So
Yeah.
but you can kind of see his is really close to.
Okay.
So basically, we just need a little more space. My wife had a store in Fairport, and by circumstances beyond our control, we had to close. So we have her stuff in the garage from that store, and we would like to, as we're getting older, we want to store that stuff in it and store our cars in it, so she doesn't have to go outside and get the snow off and all that nonsense. But I would also ask it if you could do the journaling also, so my guy could get started if it's so approved. I would appreciate it. Do you have any questions for me?
Anyone have a question? No, sir. Is there anyone else to speak in favor of the request? Anyone to speak against the request? Would someone, any questions? If not, would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve case number 2025-0013.
Second it.
Been made and seconded?
Okay, Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Nzera,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
Randy Van Buren,
Yes.
and Tom Hill.
Yes. Now, would someone like to make a motion to journalize this decision?
I'll make the motion to journalize case number 2025-0013.
Good.
I'll second.
Okay, Randy Van Buren,
Yes.
Tom Hill,
Yes.
Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
Dave Zera.
Yes.
Okay, just give Sean some time to get the paperwork.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's fine.
and then,
I'll text him now and tell him that happened, so he can give you some time.
good luck.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay. All right, that kind of ends the public hearing. If someone would like to make a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Someone want to second it? Okay.
Okay, Randy Van Buren,
Yes.
Tom Hill,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Zera.
Yes.
Okay, at this point, we will open our regular meeting. Everyone has a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. Any changes or any questions on the minutes? And we'll ask for another motion to approve the minutes as submitted then.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from our June 10th, 2025 meeting as submitted.
I'll second.
Okay, Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Zera,
Yes.
Dave Lindros.
I was absent.
If you read it and understood it.
If you read it, you
Yes.
can still vote.
Randy Van Buren
Yes.
and Tom Hill.
Yes. Old business, I don't think we have any old business. New business, we're gonna look at renewal of a conditional use permit 2025-0011 BZA. Do we have to read that, Mandy?
The case description?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, so Rachel, if you would read that, please.
Applicant Palisec Motors LLC submitted a conditional use permit renewal for property located at 2495 Northridge Road. The request is to renew an existing conditional use permit for automotive service and repair in an I-2 district.
Okay, if I know Aaron, his conditional use permit is expired, so it needs to be renewed. So if there's someone here to speak in favor of this, if they could step forward, be sworn, and let us know what you want to do again. So you state your name and your
Michael
address.
Polachek. My address is 22 Pearl Street, but the business is 2495
Okay.
Northridge.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to this board?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Just
All
tell
right.
us what you want to do.
Well, I'd like to renew the permit because I didn't know that it expired. I didn't realize that anyways. But then they contacted me and told me to come down, so I redid it. But I'm in the process of buying the property also. So, but there's a lot of things that happen that's changed now too, where customers were leaving cars there. So it's building up cars everywhere. Like it was a big problem or like something that needed to be repaired. So I had them towed out of there. So that might have been an issue, but it isn't now. So.
Where's the property that you're purchasing?
That 2495 Northridge.
Okay.
Where all those cars are parked just to the west of you, is that all your property? There must be
Yes.
15 cars there,
Yeah, exactly.
cars and trucks.
So they were building up because people, big jobs, engines blew up or whatever. They didn't want to do anything with them. They said they did it first, but then they got like forgotten about. So I had King's Towing take them away. So.
They were there the other day when I looked.
There's less now. There's some that are being repaired, but a lot of them.
Well, there were probably 20 cars there when I was there the other day.
It's probably about 15 right now. Probably about that many.
Is that normally what you have built up for repair backlog?
We've been super busy lately, and if they're bigger jobs, we do all of our easy stuff and then take a big job in. But people have them towed whenever they want to, unfortunately. So then they kind of sit there until we can get to them. Is a problem. But I'm trying to reduce that. Limit what people bring in and what they don't, and you know.
If you were to say what's the largest number of cars that you could comfortably put in there to where it does not look like it's a used car lot.
Right, exactly. I see what you're saying.
I mean, what would you say would be a comfortable number for you to get them in and out of your shop? And,
probably like 12 cars, maybe 15.
would you have a problem with the conditional use permit saying maximum of 12 cars on the property?
Would I be able to make it like 16 cars on the property total? Because we have employees too, and that would be, you know what I mean?
How many employees do you have?
4.
They each drive their own car?
Yeah. So that would be over the limit already, but
Sean, have you had any comments from people out that way with the number of cars on that property?
It has definitely been raised as issues and concerns, and it's kind of what stemmed to the need for, in terms of digging in and seeing renewals, as I keep finding more in zoning. So it's a weird position for this place because it is industrial, right? So, but the difference is it's on the main corridor and it's leading into the township type situation. So I've had conversations ultimately with all the surrounding neighbors in terms of conditions of their properties. So for this one, with him, I've had conversations, and he has cleaned up some versus what you guys are seeing as of yesterday, today, whenever you guys went by. Putting that condition of limiting the vehicles would probably help alleviate that. I feel that he's in a pinch just because of the heavy flow of traffic in that area there, right? So I'm not sure if we work with him, and if I'm kind of in the mindset of if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. And I know you're looking at purchasing the property, and a fence is not cheap, but if we were to install a fence, like in the areas that would kind of visually take away to like where,
Just to the east of the building there, between there and maybe Blaze Nemeth Road or something.
yeah, like in terms of, and the tree is there, so that's probably limiting some area of where he can necessarily park.
When was that picture taken?
So this picture that you're looking at here is April 17th of this year.
Okay.
So this is 2025, April 17th.
There were more cars than that there when I looked at it. I forget if it was yesterday or, yeah, it was yesterday morning.
So it's hard to stack cars on this side because I believe he's got a garage door maybe on this side.
it's on the back of that.
On the back side, so in terms of pulling out, I just feel if visually it'd be better, but I don't know how far the state is intending on taking.
See how the property line goes, like right there,
Yeah,
where that's a right of way basically. They got the right of way way over on our property because it kind of goes in front of the other guy's property. We could make more use with that. That's why we're trying to pack them in that one area because we really have more. And the right of way actually would be out further. But the old man that used to own the place next door, he put up all those culvert things and also put them on our property, which is kind of hard. So that's why the cars look really weird too, because there's these big cement container things all over the place. So when we ran out of room, we should have had about at least 10 parking spaces there in a nice way. I'd like to clean that up and put gravel or something in there for now and make it uniform at least. But those big cement barrels, and I talked to the nice young man who owns it now, it's the guy's son, and he said that that was their property when in fact it's not. I had it surveyed too, but I mean that's the problem I've had.
Yeah. You said, the other board members can speak too. I said 12, you said 16. Would you be willing to negotiate 14 total?
Yeah, I mean I could
Just
I could
for
definitely
this
work-
conditional use permit. And
For
I
sure.
understand there may be a time when a 15th or a 16th car is there, but we don't want to stay in there.
So
If somebody's going to pick it up in a day or so and it's leaving.
right. So the thing is, most of the time I can try to keep, like I do try to do now, but I can do better at it, is keep all the cars I'm actually working on inside at night, so that would limit what's outside also. So that would make it look better. But if I was able to move all those cement barriers, you can kind of see them. They look small in that picture, but they're actually pretty big. They're about this big around. So there's like 6 of them. So if I move those out of the way too, it'd be more uniform and it'd look not so much of a mess.
It's a tough you don't have a lot of room to get in and out of your place off of 20 there.
No, sir.
People are screaming by there, speeding up to get on 2
And when
right there.
ODOT comes through, I think it's gonna be next year, I'm gonna have to reconfigure. So in the back of the building there where I have the cage, the fenced in part where sometimes we store a car, right now we're storing my oil containers for my furnaces. But I mean, I'm gonna have to open it up and make it like a drive around building, so to speak.
Is ODOT planning on doing there what they're doing east of you?
Yeah, they're taking it's gonna probably take about 10 feet away from the front. So that's gonna limit that parking. We're not probably gonna park out there anymore. So I'm gonna have to change all of that anyways.
So, and that's why basically financial decisions of shifting, you know, hard parking to the left is probably going to be in your best interest,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just to evaluate going forward. So in terms of if putting any money into it,
Mhm.
I would be looking at asphalting this section here.
Mhm.
And then I can phone a friend at the county because it looks like those concrete barriers are in the road right away.
Right.
And technically the county is not a fan of that, so whether the previous owner at the other place put them there or not, there's a lot of things you can and can't do, and that's a death trap on a county road.
Yeah, he was a pretty angry old man. I didn't really talk to him too much. He always yelled at me. So
It would be a lot nicer for your business if people coming east or west on 20 could turn on the Blaze Nemeth
And then
and
make
kind
a
of come
right
in
in.
your way,
that would be
come into
beautiful.
place.
Yes.
Especially if they're going to widen that road there.
If I had that tree taken down, would that I need a permit for that?
Nope.
It's your
So I
property. You can do whatever
could
you
take
want
it.
with it.
I could take it down then because I was wondering about that because that's a big tree.
Looks
and
like
it
it
could save a
looks
lot
like
of room,
something to
so-
do.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good news.
I'm
Yes,
wondering if that becomes the primary parking on that side of the building. So if you go around to the building, you have a way to go around, and that becomes primary parking. Kind of what we've done on the gateway is any business there, we've created had a privacy screen put up on the fence. And would you be opposed to doing something like that? I'm trying to even think of what kind of fence it was. I think that has the green slats in it.
Oh, like a chain link but green slats type of deal.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And all I'm thinking about, I mean, it wouldn't even have to be completely enclosed. I'm just thinking from kind of the corridor standpoint, coming from the east,
Mhm.
coming around, and then just tagging around the backside. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels that's a good idea.
I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah, that you could probably increase the number of cars there without us being
Well, without it
Objecting
being
to
a
that.
nuisance looking. Yeah.
Right, like I said, out of sight, out of mind, but it's also going to give you that protection too from sticky fingers at nighttime. You know, like driving by, pulling off on the
We've
county
had
road, and
A
just
lot of
walking
problems
over.
with the converters being stolen off of cars actually
Right.
too. But I mean it's slowed down some. But we have cameras all through there, but it doesn't stop people.
Right.
Would you be opposed to having us put, I don't know if we can do this, to put it in the conditional use, and then at the same time, can we grant a period of time for him to put that fence up?
I would think we could say, give them a year to put a fence up, and
Right.
after the fence is up, increase the number from 14 to 18 or whatever,
Okay.
you know, more cars.
Right.
Sounds more than fair.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you don't do it, but you can't increase the
You
number
can't
of
increase
cars.
the number.
But I think it would, if you can get those barriers out of there and get that tree out of there and clean that up,
Mhm.
and then just screen it.
Yeah, because then your
Makes sense.
stacking back there is going to be significantly different, and then with the fence, it's not hurting any lines of sight, and your setback will be fine, and it's just visually going to be squared off for you,
Mhm.
and then allow customer traffic flow as well.
Would you be willing to go along with a year to get that fence up?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So board members, when you make the condition.
Can I ask a question though? What about the neighbor? Because they're still the younger man. Well, he's about my age. We're all getting older, but you know. But he said that, like it shows you show it there, like the property's correct. Like I had it surveyed, but that's blocking. Like he has a big, I guess tractor trailer or whatever. I don't really see him, but when he cuts the grass, but he wants to go in that spot right through my property. There. So if I was to use that like we want to, I'd block that off. He'd only have to go in as one way. So where the right of way is, he'd have an entrance to his property, but
That's kind of his problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean, unless
I don't want
there's
confrontation
an
anymore.
easement on file with the
Mhm.
county, I mean,
should I do some research on that maybe? Or Would you
Yeah,
help
I
me
mean,
with
I
that?
can get you a number to call
Okay.
for who would have that easement, but.
That sounds good,
I mean-
so I can keep it, easier. But everything sounds great though, yeah, a year would be fine, yeah. Because by then ODOT's gonna come through anyways, and I'll know what I need to do to make it work.
In your opening statement, you mentioned that you weren't aware that you had to renew this. This board has the authority to make a conditional use permit as short as 1 year, and we can do up to 5 years.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I retract that statement though, let me explain. I didn't look at it. I have it, and it does say it expired, but I didn't.
I
was-
don't
until
recall,
he bring it to
what
my
was
attention,
the term, do you
That was
remember?
my fault.
It was
Oh, sorry.
up in 2021. It was a 5-year term.
5 year?
Yeah, it was only 5.
It was
and-
granted back
So you would
in
like a 5-year
2016.
term again?
Yeah, but this time I'll know 5 years is 5 years. But yeah, I looked at it, I'm like, oh man, whoops.
Well,
We
Time
missed
goes
that.
by
Yeah,
fast.
it sure does.
Yeah, and it
We've
was
changed it so many
permit
times.
10.
Yeah, for 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 12/21, okay.
So,
All right.
With getting rid of that tree and those barriers, and then putting up the fence, how many vehicles are you looking to put back there?
Well, I really wouldn't want to do more than what we're talking about now, a maximum of 20 at that point, because at that point I'm only 4 people basically working on stuff. And people try to use garages as a storage place because either they're not going to fix it or they forget about it and buy something new and then it sits there. That's happened a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I have a good reputation, which is great, but it's still the fact that people think they can just leave it there.
Right.
I even put up a thing saying after 2 weeks I charge storage, but that doesn't matter.
You're only about 2 miles from a scrapyard that'll take a car.
Well, that's where we're going with that. But it's had to happen a few times, unfortunately. But I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not a mean person. I try to work with everybody, but it doesn't work for me.
Where do your employees park?
Well, usually on that side. So we're on the other side where there's
Yeah.
really no parking. Yeah. So we try to park there. And unfortunately, the girl that has the white car out front there shouldn't park there. And I told her that many times. She still does it.
So just a point of clarification, when we talk about 14 to up to perhaps 20, are we talking about including employee cars or the
Yes.
cars?
Yes,
Okay.
because any more than that
Okay.
would be
Total cars.
Total
be
cars, okay.
wrong because you can only work on so many cars a day, and then you got the bigger jobs that don't leave every day,
Okay.
so it would just start stacking up too much.
Got it.
I try to stick with a strict schedule of what we're doing every day too, but that's still people just tow stuff there and they're like, yeah, I need this and this and this. Oh,
I think if you've given a number, that it'll make you enforce it a little bit more.
Oh, for
Like you
sure.
say, hey, someone's car's been there for 2 months, either pick it up or we're gonna scrap it.
hmm That's a good idea. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions?
Just the other items on the conditional use permit, it has listed here that your hours of operation were 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Saturday.
Yes.
Is that still?
Yes, sir.
Your
Still
hours?
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we were to grant a conditional use permit, we would put those same hours?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Okay, someone like to make a motion with the conditions we talked about?
Just one quick question for clarification. So if the fencing is installed within the period of 1 year, we would increase the total number of cars allowable to be parked to 20. Without the fence, the total number of cars to be parked there is
14?
14. Perfect.
Does that sound okay?
Yes. That'll help me with the customers too. I like to leave stuff there.
I'll make the motion to approve 2025-0011 with the conditions of 14 cars being able to be in the parking lot. And then after the privacy fence goes up, which you have a period of 1 year to do so, you're able to have 20 cars after that fact. And with the hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a period of 5 years.
Okay, 14 cars, allowed in the parking lot. 1 year to put up a privacy fence, and then after the privacy fence, how many cars?
20.
20.
And then after the privacy fence, 20 cars. And then, let's see, sorry, try to keep up. Hours of operation are,
Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
okay, so hours of operation Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then for a 5-year term.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded, Rachel?
Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Dave Nzera,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
Randy Van Buren,
Yes.
and Tom Hill.
Yes. Okay. Do we journalize conditional use permits? I don't think we ever have. He's already operating out there.
Right, exactly.
Okay. All right, there you go.
Well, I thank you very much, gentlemen.
Okay.
Welcome.
Good luck.
All right, is there any new business that you know of? Sean?
Dun, dun, dun.
I
No,
would-
nothing currently on, I mean, there's gonna be one case currently for next, month for a variance. And that's for a fence in the front of the house to carry on 6 feet.
Yeah.
And then I'm still digging in, trying to get other conditional uses here so then I can just
Keep renewing them.
keep renewing them. Preferably 1 month in-house cases, and then the next month would be just renewals without in-house, so. Other than that,
Okay. All right, someone like to make a motion to close the regular meeting?
I'll make a motion that we close our regular meeting.
7:04.
Second.
To adjourn the meeting.
Adjourn the meeting, yeah.
Sorry, okay.
Close, adjourn, something like that.
Who seconded? Okay, Dave Nzera,
Yes.
Dave Lindros,
Yes.
Ken Sullivan,
Yes.
Tom Hill,
Yes.
Randy Van Buren.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.